Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, this is what I look like. Gray beard coming in, getting old, but doing something a little different today, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm not sure if everyone is up to date on what's going on in the world of baseball, but I wanted to give my take on how the game is today and what happened yesterday, and even maybe a couple days ago. So if you like this type of content, give me the thumbs up, hit the like, really appreciate it. Even subscribe, that'd be awesome. And leave a comment. Tell me what you want to hear next. I like having a back and forth with my viewers. It's pretty cool. It keeps it interesting. I like the conversation, and I really do. I enjoy that. So here's my thought on the Hall of Fame announcement that went down yesterday. And I have to say, I'm actually really disappointed that nobody was voted in. Where do I begin? We're still going to have a Hall of Fame ceremony this year because the guys from last year, Jeter and company, are getting bumped up. But I'm really disappointed that Fred McGriff isn't a Hall of Famer. How is that man not a Hall of Famer? The man hit 493 home runs in his entire career. He didn't stick around longer than he should have. Harold, Baines, Julio Franco. But are you telling me 7 home runs is keeping him out of the Hall of Fame? That's ridiculous. I think he also led the league twice in National League in homers. I think he tied once for most RBIs. I could be a little off about that, but still, the man hit 493 home runs. Now, if he hit 500, would he have been a first ballot Hall of Famer? There was never ever any indication or inkling that he was on PEDs. So why keep this guy out? He also led the Braves to the '95 World Series championship. So he's a world champion. The man has all the accolades. I just don't understand why. Why is there no love for Fred McGriff? And I'm a Yankee fan, but I'm also a fan of the game. I love the game of baseball. And to keep this guy out over not hitting 7 extra home runs is just BS. It really is. There's no other way to slice it. It's freaking ridiculous. And that gets me into point number 2. Jeff Kent. Another one. He's a Hall of Famer. If you have Ryan Sandberg in the Hall of Fame, Jeff Kent's got to be in there too. I'm sorry. They go hand in hand. If the one's not a Hall of Famer, then the other one's not. I understand Jeff Kent wasn't the most popular guy in the world, but come on. Really? He had some of the most offensive power numbers, RBIs. He played good defense, wasn't maybe like Ozzie Smith out there at second base, but he made all the plays. I just don't get it. Why is there not more love for Jeff Kent? He's another one. I don't think he's ever been, in that category of taking PEDs during his career. And if memory serves, when he got in his late 30s, things started to wind down for him. So it's not like he had this huge resurgence. So that another one that just baffles the mind. It really does. So I am personally bothered that there was nobody elected this year for 2021, and how those guys didn't get more votes. I think the one guy who got a big bump was Scott Rowland. Scott Rowland was a terrific third baseman. But I don't think he played long enough for great enough to warrant that type of boost in the votes. I don't think he's ever led the league in any kind of offensive category. Yeah, he's got the gold gloves. He's got, the bling to show it and prove it. But I just don't know. My gut feeling is that Scott Rowland is not a Hall of Famer. When I hear Hall of Fame, I think great players. I think of great players, not just very good players. And Scott Rowland was a very good player. That's all there is to it. Omar Vizquel, he's a Hall of Famer. He played defense very similar to Ozzie Smith. And you know what? Check his offensive stats. He out-hit Ozzie Smith even on his worst day. I understand that earlier this year he had some personal issues that probably cost him from some votes. But he's got to get in. I really think he's got to get in eventually, sooner than later. I think he's going to be on his 6th year coming up. Put the man in. He's going to get in. Just put him in already. So why? Why hold him out? And let's go to the elephant in the room. Kurt Schilling. Dude, can you keep your freaking mouth shut for 2 freaking seconds? Man, what is wrong with you? That man, more than anybody else in the world, loves taking that proverbial gun out of his pocket and shooting himself in the foot. Shut your mouth. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about, yesterday he ended the vote with 71.1%. All right, that was, I think, a percentage point better than he did last year. And now he comes out with a letter to the Hall of Fame saying he wants to be removed from the ballot next year, in his last year. Dude, keep quiet just for once in your freaking life. You would have been in. Every player in the last year gets a big bump. Dude, you're not going to get that bump now if they keep your name on the ballot. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you had 20% next year. Someone needs to sew his mouth shut. That's all there is to it. Would have been in. Look at Jim Rice. He got in. Kurt Schilling, you would have been in. You would, Kurt, if you're watching this now, which I know you're not, but you should be, if you just keep your mouth shut and do what you need to do, you would have been in slam dunk next year. You were less than 4 percentage points from getting in this year. I feel for you. I do. I feel for you. If you're watching, I feel bad for you. So I wish you good luck. You're not going to have any good luck, but I wish you it anyway. And what's going on with the Yankees? They're all of a sudden becoming a mid-market team, trading Adam Ottavino to your arch rival for a salary dump. Now, Adam Ottavino, you have to know how to use him in order for him to be effective. Aaron Boone loves his new toys. He'll go to you until you fall apart. I think one year he pitched Tommy Kahnle. He had him throw like 60 pitches in a relief outing that went 3.5, almost 4 innings. He's not that type of player. And you know what? He ended up getting hurt, and he ended up taking like a whole year off because of injury, his shoulder, or whatever. And now he ended up having Tommy John surgery because you kept overusing him. I understand there's only a certain amount of people you trust, but Aaron Boone, he just loves destroying relief pitchers. I don't understand it. How is not nothing ever said to this guy? Dude, another one. Aaron Boone needs to go. That's just all there is to it. He thinks everything's about him. Yeah, he's the manager, but guess what, dude? You're not the one that puts fans in the stands. You're not the one out there competing every day. I know it's your job to try and win every day, but all you're supposed to do is put your team in the best position to win every day. And you're not doing that. You can't pitch, the same guy over and over and over again. I think what happened to Dellin Betances as well. You kept, you kept on saying, oh, we're not using this guy 3 years in a row. But what you'll do is you'll pitch him twice, rest him once, pitch him twice, rest him once, pitch him twice. Yeah, even under that kind of stress, they're not going to last. So, and he's a company man. He's going to say whatever the Yankees want him to say. And that's why he has a job. Otherwise, he has no clue what he's doing. It's just obvious. Look what he's done. Look what he did in the playoffs. I'm sure that strategy of pitching Debbie Garcia 1 inning was not no way in just Aaron Boone. I think Aaron Boone and Cashman came to that together. If I had to guess, I'd say they're in bed together too. I really do. They're probably sharing wives, sharing each other. I don't want to get into it any more than that, but what are we doing? This is not baseball. Playing a stupid gimmick. You're trying to win a World Series, man. And then back to the trade, to the Red Sox. Adam Ottavino is a great pitcher. It really is. But you have to put him in the best position to succeed. And Boone just didn't do that at all last year. You know, he's bringing them in with runners on base. He's bringing them in against people who actually hit well against, other righties. Pitch him against the guy who's going to have a hard time, seeing that Laredo slider that Jeff Nelson used to throw. That's what Ottavino had. And now you just dumped him for nothing. A player to be named later or cash considerations. What kind of BS is that? And, I mean, come on, Yankees. What's going on with you guys? It's like the Mets are now taking over the town. The Mets go out and get Lindor, McCann. They were neck to neck with the Blue Jays for Springer. And now they made a massive offer to Bauer. And if I'm Bauer, I'm taking that. I'm like, what do I sign? Was it 9 years, $315 million? Dude, if I'm Bauer, I'm surprised they even signed yet. I don't get that one. There's not going to be a better offer than that. First of all, you're not as good as Garrett Cole is. So to get even close to Garrett Cole money, I think is just insane. And you should just jump at that because I don't think you're getting that from anywhere else. But the Mets are clearly going for it. And, I'm happy for them. I really am. The Mets fans, it's about time they had an owner that gave a rat's behind. And this guy clearly does. And if I'm George Steinbrenner, I'm rolling over in my grave right now. I'm like, what is going on here? I know, unfortunately, Hank passed away, and now it's just Hal kind of running the show. But George is probably screaming at the top of his lungs, saying, what are you doing trading Ottavino to the Red Sox? You're going to trade him to a team that can't hurt you. The Red Sox, they could be sneaky good. I really think that. They're going to have some bounce back pieces. They're going to get Eduardo Rodriguez back from his heart condition. I would expect Sale back sometime later on, halfway through this season. They're going to have some starting pitching. They're going to have some players step up. I really do. And they could be a thorn in the Yankees' side. For them, the Yankees winning the division is not a gimme. And you can't count out the Rays. I know they traded so many players, but they're the Rays. They just find talent. They just pluck it out of a star and say, here you go, man. Here's a minor league contract. Go out there and do your thing. And, when you get good, we'll trade you for another piece that we need. The Rays have the best scouting in all of baseball. So, they're going to be good. You wait and see. They're going to be good. I don't think there's going to be any, blowback from them trading 3/5 of their rotation or losing 3/5 of their rotation. I think they're going to be really good, especially with the players that they recoup for those trades. So, but there's no excuse for it. There's no excuse for the Yankees acting like, a small market or mid-market team. There just isn't any. They're the New York freaking Yankees. I don't get it. But, I hope you enjoyed this little episode of what's going on in baseball today. If you like this type of content, let me know. And then what your thoughts are. What do you want to hear next? I love prospecting. I do a lot of my own scouting report. I'll read almost anything I can on these guys. And it's fun. It's fun. Like a catcher, what's his pop time? What's his, how fast does he throw the ball from home plate to second base? How quickly can he get the ball down there? Things like that. I'm into it. So if you want to hear more of that, let me know. All right. Well, I hope everyone is staying home, staying healthy, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a good one. Bye.